those moments, and the lights are on bright, and or
I shouldn't leave his number up there.
G'day, mate. Happy day to you, sir. You're 3 hours in.
So
3
nice
hours
to hear
in
from
front
you.
of us.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh. Hey, Sal Bell.
Yeah.
Sal Bell.
Yeah.
And that's so good. I'm so glad that you guys are together. Sally, by the way, Lukey has put us more on the map. She actually got us. She did what she could, and she's been working on the site. And she's brought a lot of stuff into Twitter. She's she could tell you a little bit about all that, and actually get you to have a little look at the site and stuff too, because she can get in there with the keys and stuff. But exciting thing that you should know is that our grand jury is formed in the Big Island, and the paperwork is going to be filed on November the 3rd. And it's really terrific because it's the first time that they're actually going to have something which really can make a difference. So people really sign relief. It's very exciting, actually. So the word's gone around on the Big Island and even Maui itself also that, a GJ is already formed, and so they're filing on November the 3rd, yeah, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's see, in Hawaiian time. And now we've got Iron Shirt, Iron Cloud, and others all on Maui, and they're hard at it, and they're going to see what they can do to get something up themselves as well. Yeah.
Excellent.
So the paperwork, everything is all done, and some time ago where it was on the Big Island, and, it's no big deal. And what I've been doing is educating people in Australia. I've got some people in Texas at the moment. I'm trying to do what I can to get people in Florida. I've just started to think, who could I get to help with this part of it in New York? And so it's like somebody, a man who's powerful, and then he's got sisters, 4, and 1 or 2 of them, they take charge, simple, and they just go round and they say, are you interested to look into government discretion? The person says yes, and they could be going to Bali the next day. That's good. That's okay, because all they said was yes. You've got their support, and now they go to Bali, because nobody has to be responsible. All you just did was to get yes, which is true. Okay, let's say 40, 50, 60 people said, oh, yes, damn, yes. And now their name's just written up as real true name and a postal outside the corpse, simple. That's the back page, no big deal. Middle page just says, we've formed government transgression. That's all. And we're looking into, issues about carbon. We don't think that's real. Show us a claim about contagion, because that's something we want to look into, okay, which they can't do. Front page just says, give us 100 bill, write it up, and tells the clerk of court what this is, and the front page, basic, simple, and that's it. There's really no paper, none. There really is none. There's just those 2 sections. The only work that was done by the girls was they had 170 people or something, and they all said, yes. Why? Because they don't have to be responsible. Just go to Hawaii if they want to, yeah? Or go somewhere like Bali. It's just only the first step of it. It's just the being able to take something down to the post, which is filing it in. And filing it in is just getting some names. And now on the day when everybody meets, they give you a day and everything. Now you select the grand jury, and it's done on that day. And then there's people selected. They could go to everything. They could not go to anything. It's okay, because why? Because the quorum is always there every day, and it's not related to any one individual. You see, it's called We the People. Nobody's name appears. Everything's under seal. And it's just the grand jury, we're the people. You see? Yeah. Yeah. And it does itself. So what you do is you get 4 or 5 women, 1 woman or 2 women that are older, that have got a little bit of sense, simple, because a lot of younger women, they give their power away to older women really badly. That's wrong, of course. But you need somebody that's mature, and that person just has 3 or 4 younger women, and they quick, smart, just do this. How long does it take them? It only took them a day or something, that's all. And now they've just been sitting afterward, already having done everything. There wasn't anything else to do after that. And it was bothersome. They thought, well, shouldn't we do something? No, nothing to do. Only things, of course, they're going to have parties and things, and they're celebrating, which that's what they should do. Now you're building consensus. As you know very well, people stick with common sense. They absolutely want to stick with the flow, mate. They always want to go with that majority, stick with the flow, absolutely. And that's your group. That's your group, see? And so now, especially where you've got like issues where people disagree, where sort of they don't have the same point of view, it's like, no, you don't have that. Why? You've got the power of peer pressure. Yeah? Right till you build it, you see? Yeah, you're careful. You don't let mush heads in there, mate. Yeah, around the woman. You don't let, and then, the women then select some soldiers. They just go around and tell them, go find the most handsome blokes you can and make sure they've got an accent across the shoulders. And then they bring some men in. And that's how it's done, really. And you're celebrating at that point. You've got some soldiers, you've got goals set up, and now people are aimless before you've got these goals, you see? So the power of peer pressure, you work it because that's what you build. And so who doesn't want to fit in with that? Everybody wants to fit in with what this is, right? Because you make it cool. Yeah, you make it cool. Who wants to do stuff that's not cool? No. So what does it do? It stops manufactured illusion as consensus. Yeah? So it's the way you deal with it. You don't tell anybody what you're doing. You just have the effect of it, you see? So your medicine woman, somebody there that does this, she gets like a soundtrack, and it's all like beautiful soundtrack like we have. It's some longevity, good, and it doesn't date anybody's experience. It really is pleasant. It's like tension release. And then you have pizza, because people love pizza. You have Long Island coffee or whatever, or no, don't have that because people think maybe there's alcohol in there. But good coffee. And now anybody's there, they want to come into that. That's your party. And then what you're doing there is just making sure that the sisters and now the brothers have come in, they're there and they're protecting the whole idea. Yeah? And now people feel real good. They do. Yeah? So now the women who did the work quick, they don't need anything to be motivated. They'll be seriously fucking passionate about it. Whereas men, they'll yawn and put something off, and it's like not the same, no. Because when she's involved in it, you watch her. She'll be empathic, and she'll stomp on someone if they get in the way. Because they're empathic. So now the power of peer pressure is all that you're doing. You're making sure that you're building things around. And those women, they go out and they ask for people, like I said, big soldiers. And those soldiers come in and they really give the women feeling like, yeah, right, we've got good support. Yeah, we do. And now it's something which really is important in the whole picture of it all. And, that's all that's needing to be done. And so you're correcting all the unilateral, legal, contracted bulldust, which nobody would agree with, all the vague and past syntax, all of it just completely not correct, and the verbs, all real verbs, nothing there, no real noun, lots of confusion and fiction, lots of words that have 2 consonants that follow a vowel, so it's a totally fictional word. no JC quantum languaging proper like it can and should be, but what our document is done this way. And so, so these things all help get corrected. Right. So, if it's interesting, should it be that straight away you select 2 or 3 or 4 sisters and they head this first part of this up? Yeah. And so you're giving ideas and stuff, and they'll go around and actually get it all filled out for you. And as they're doing that, they're coming up with a thought of a date, because you can easily be received the paperwork. It only takes a half an hour for someone on the computer just to type it all up. It's just no big deal. So that's not anything. And we already have that paperwork. So, so you copy and make it a little different and stuff, put some things in there and stuff. Like you could throw in, we were concerned that the old people might have been just done away with, by the procedure for COVID. Yeah, you just have something, whatever. And then there's 2 other things like the carbon things and where's your emergency? So, and then you kicked off, you kicked off big. And you've gone beyond the energy of a rabbit, mate, a stone, a rabbit and a stone, mate. It's not going to take any fucking action. You see what I mean? No, you see? So it's and this is stalking it, yeah? It's stalking it. So the first thing, you've got a strong woman, and she goes out and she's got some sisters that you quick smart get around her. They all do this self paperwork. It only takes a second to do, honest, enough connected people together. Those girls also come up with astrology. They look at the date, they look at the time, they look in the sense, okay, well, this is when we're going to do this ourselves. And we know that these guys are going to do this on November 3rd, and that's like Jupiter, the day of Jupiter. That's the day of Nazareth. That's the star of Nazareth. It's like in the ancient past. It's like it's a pretty unusual moment of time. But the girls look at the calendar, look at the stars, and they come, this is what we're going to do. This is what we do. And then they come up with 2 days. And I think New Yorkers and people like you guys, you could have any day you like, and people are going to show up. Honestly, you could just choose today, honestly, because this is important. And now what you've got is a date which is set into the future, and now you've got goalposts, and those goalposts drive everybody forward together, big time, yeah? So that's the way to do it. So there shouldn't be any thought, because it doesn't have to be. It really is that there's a model to copy that works good, and all that needs to be done. And so if that's interesting, right now that I'm working on the phone and I'm working with people in Australia, I'm helping educate people a little bit in Texas about this, and I'm working with the people in Maui, finishing things up for them. And basically, I've done the work on the Big Island. So but I really am interested to do what I can to get something to go in some of the other states, like Florida and Tallahassee. It's possible. Like, is Sally connected with them? And she said on the whistleblower line, hey, I've got somebody who can help you guys set up a grand jury. Do you want to do that? Because that's what's needed. Now they're going to answer you. They're going to call you back. They're going to call Sally or someone back. And she's an older woman. She's got a great voice. And then she can cut the mustard with them by just saying, look, this is a whistleblower. You guys really need to set up a grand jury, and that's what you need to do. That's the solution right now. I can connect you with somebody who can help you do it. And this is what's happened in Maui, on the Big Island. And they've got November 3rd as a date, so you've got this sort of inside information about things going on. So it's that state of the nation, as Sally knows. That's like one example. Burning Platform, they get a lot of information from. But if we were able to get some insight into there, we're going to grow our audience bigger. So there's little things on the outside that something could be done more. Driving people more to the information is important. And coming up with anything that I need to do to help support you, a product or anything is needed that help with sales or things and stuff, and ideas for marketing and things. Anyway, look, I'll let you go because Sally only just arrived, and I won't keep you guys on the phone. Which, such a monologue coming from me.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Oh, yeah, you've heard it all too. But to go over things, with Lukey. But anyway, have a little look at it. It requires a couple of people that are locals relative, which you both are originals. Anyway, so have a little look at this, and then Sally, hear out where Lukey is and see what can be done. Lukey can still have a schedule, which all this could be supportive, and this doesn't take anything out of Lukey's schedule. It can add things to what Lukey's doing because it can actually help people know that this is. But I'd be interested, like in the time that's to come, like whenever you text me, and we stay connected during this moment in time, and I really do what I can to get behind you, and we come up with a bit of strategy. So take a moment in time to come up and feel that out a little bit, and when you think you've got a little bit of strategy, text me, because all this is very motivating to people everywhere where they're hearing this. Yes. So when I could say Lukey and Sally are on it in New York, now people feel motivated, rallied, and I'm positive I could get someone in Minneapolis if I'm able to say that. See. Yeah, exactly. And also too, when everybody on Maui all of a sudden heard, you're kidding, these guys have got a date? Damn. Now they're all like excited, pumped up, matter of fact. It's like, whoa. And as you know, most everybody, they love to flock, don't they? But they do need a bit of a scout here and there, mate, right? Yeah, the scout. Yeah. The scout does several times a distance and got to go out and does it and comes back and knows how to do it and then can show everybody else. But, yeah. So anyway, you stick with building consensus around the girls, and you keep on a focus of motivating them and letting them do what they can to have good skills to motivate each other. And so you're powering it all up, mate, all right? Yeah. So anyway, have a I'll go ahead.
I just want to make sure it was okay with you because you mentioned
Yeah.
something about Amazon. I have an unpublished
Yeah.
book by you called Mental Health. And
Wow.
I started to type it into the digital format.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, all of those books. There was a lot of books that I left behind. A lot of handwritten books and things.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful book, I think, about not a mandoré, an insect that was on a bicycle seat. I can't even remember the name of it. It's like,
I think I've seen that.
but there's books and things. It's incredible. Yeah, it's outrageous. Anyway, look, keep a focus, mate, on the GJ, and you can get your claim sorted as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can hear it. Nothing reviewable, sir. Once you've heard it.
I just thought it would be.
Yeah, they only have. Okay.
I was gonna say it'd be good for me to be able to explain what I've been telling people more in an actual scientific manner as far as my condition healing, thanks to Jubb cell rejuvenation. With the neurotransmitters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very amazing because what our program really is very much about is membrane permeability, surfactant enhancement. Those products that you have, and the Jubb cell rejuvenation program really is really about improving your own body surfactant and improving it so much. Matter of fact, that you are giving it antioxidant potential, like really amazing, and it is able to, as a blood-borne inhibitor, really be able to block and stop material actually breaking down into mold functions and yeast and becoming protein that's like from that, like chitin. And so that these products, like the Life Hydrate, like the Brain Ultrative and Evacuees, all are got surfactant. That antioxidant helps cause your own body surfactant to become stable, and that protects the body massively from oxidation. And so, you've got life hydrate, which is vitamin L, or NEU5AC, which is sort of its spelling, an acronym, but it's predominant sialic acid in our cells of our body, our species, not found in insects, animals, anything else, or fish or birds. It's the most powerful north negatively charged physiological parts of hydrogen you could ever have. And that's the reason why, your own body surfactant is protected. But extremely important because where injuries are and where sport is and things like that, people could have ended up having built up some of these ganglios, which is really little sacs of material that's built up on the ganglia, and they've got like gel-like material that's within it and stuff. It all is because most people have a lot of these 9-carbon sugar backbone neuraminic acids, but it's N-glyco. It's really not the same as what we have in our body. And these aberrant ones, where a lot of animal protein is consumed, the reason why we say stay away from that, because it's really the molecule of death. That molecule of death is called N-glyconeurominic acid, which is not the same at all. We have N-acetylneurominic acid. That's what we have in our body. But in flesh food and all sorts of things you see in fish and bird, it's broken down, and it can't be in our species, not at all. It really is a molecule of death. But neuraminic acid really is what's in our product as one of the major conditions of blood-borne inhibitors that block and stop the expression of mold, fungus, and yeast. And it's highly significant, like life hydrate, for instance, or the life colloid as well, and the rest of the other elements. It's sort of really nerve tissue has to really be properly protected, and it has to have these surfactants that assist really cause that membrane activity. Without these surfactants, you don't have a cell being activated at all. So the three elements, of course, you've got your N-acetylneurominic acid, then you've got ubiquitin molecules, which there's three of them. There's different all sorts that combine with silica that go to various regions of your body. And then your molecular weight, if you look at that, you can see very significant toxic molecules like what doesn't fit into our body doesn't have the same weight whatsoever. It's really missing a lot of stuff, and it can't be broken down. We don't have any DNA to break anything down like that. So your nerve cell, you'll see where encased and encysted tendon sheathing is on the connective tissue. It's typical that most all neoplasms all form more from that. And the basal ganglia in your spine, where people get like a herpes, which isn't anything you catch, it's the basal ganglia needing to be able to cleanse itself. But those grouped structures in the nerve all allow a very important sort of connections. And the nerve can sporulate along itself where the toxin could be exited from the basal ganglia, because you can't really have cell-mediated immunity there. It's too big. The immune cells can't get in. It's like a bull in a china shop. It's going to just smash all the china up. So you need a chemical mediated immunity. These three things, that's what we saw. We saw blood-borne inhibitors. You got them in your blood good, your blood cells all unstuck. Otherwise, it's all clumped. And you've got things going on where it's sticky mucus, sticky saliva. You've got these extrapyramidal cells that go from your brainstem all the way through to your cerebral cortex. They're the longest nerve cells in your body. And you must have these N-acetylneurominic acid, because that's the function. It's all vaccine and everything that's not ecological, that's eaten as well. It's unadulterated. It's just adulterated with toxin, and should be immediately ceased by everybody. Stop eating animals, don't get any more jab. And you've got CBK controllers really behind, they'll all be sued. It's an adulteration of the plasmid that's active contamination in your body sequence. And that's not being considered at all by any of these government regulations. Nobody's going to say crime doesn't bloody exist like right now in Gaza. Look, a grand jury, we're the people that can clear things up, and it freezes all those bloody assets, the bank assets and things, and then that all becomes liquidated, given to the people. Look, you've got a scamdemic, no question about it. So easy to see. Big agri-pharma milking us all of our bloody currency. And what is everybody doing? It's like, please, let's get planned. Let's don't go bankrupt like what they would love it to happen. It's a big old genocidal job. Otherwise, you've got JFK, you've got 9/11, 3/11, you've got the Oklahoma City bombing, you've got 5G chemtrails, you've got your carbon tax, you've got your fucking COVID pandemic. Enough is enough. Due weapon use on the civilians. Enough is enough. You see? So it's such a simple thing to do. It's really taking action. Yeah. Anyway, small pep to.
Let you know because I know you've been texting me. I just want you to know how
Yeah.
much I appreciate your time.
Oh yeah. No, I know. Yeah, when you don't get back, I know you're on it. And I want to give you a message. Make sure you're having a good day. And you know that I'm like right there, actually below you and behind you, sir. So you feel well supported. You got your back covered. Absolutely. So yeah, do what you can. We need a warrior in the field there, and we need our sisters all warriored up. And then you bring your brother, all the brothers in, and let them know this is the way we do it. This is what we're doing, and let's get on board. Everybody got a job. They're doing all sorts of things, but they did this on the side. It just was so fucking great for them to do. So easy too. Anyway, Sally will call me back on a bit of a regular basis a bit, and it's fun, mate. And then when you come up with something, I would love for us to talk just a little bit to make sure that you and I really can strategize a little bit so that you're having good success with what you've got coming up, especially if there's any events and stuff. Yeah. All right, mate. Well, love you guys. I still love you. I'm so glad Sal Bell got there today. I think it's very serendipitous, but I think it's more than just serendipity. All right, love you guys.
I love you
Give
too,
us a call,
David.
Sal, when you can. Yeah, Lukey, give us a call when you can, or text me, mate, anything comes up. Love you, mate.
Okay, mate. I'll text you right away.
All right, mate. Love you, mate. Go on.
Okay,
Come on, mate. Love you, sweetie.